Hello, welcome to my channel. This video I was super happy to film for anyone who is interested, just because I've always had a hard time really kind of keeping sweat proof in the summer or oil proof in the summer, just because I have very oily skin and it's hot out, so I do get sweaty. I live in California. It is very hot here. So I just wanted to film this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I just wanted to film this video and kind of show you my routine about if I'm going somewhere and I know it's going to be really hot, but I still want my face to look nice, like if I'm going to a festival, going out with friends, and we're going to like do something nice, or if we're going to go out to bars or something, and how I keep my makeup still pretty much looking fresh. So yeah, let's get into it, and I will show demos. I will insert demos of me filming this, where I put on the product and how I use it and what I do with it. So first thing I always do, I always moisturize my face. So this is just a Pond's Cold Cream. It's for dry skin. I don't have dry skin, I have oily skin. But I will use just some of this, and I'll focus it mainly in like my T-zone, so just kind of right here, main spots where I get oily. So just chin, upper lip, cheek area, nose, and just kind of on my forehead. But I will go for the rest of the face too, because I do get acne and little dry spots around here. Surprisingly, for having a huge breakout and a really bad sunburn, my skin is looking pretty good today. So great, really happy about that. But yeah, I'll go in with this, and then I kind of just let it settle after like washing my face or getting out of the shower. I just like kind of let it sink into the pores, and that really helps keep me oil free throughout the day. If you're gonna try this, definitely don't just write it off, because I noticed that when I first started doing this, it would just make me more oily. But once your skin acclimates to this, it's really nice, and that can go for any moisturizer. This one's just an affordable one that I like to use, because it's definitely good just to moisturize your face always. It's good for your skin. It's great. And then for primer, I cycle through a couple different primers. I really like this one. It's the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer. It does have silicone in it, so if you are, if you do have an oily skin, sometimes these may break you out. These do not break me out, fortunately. But yeah, I'll cycle through these. Sometimes I'll use the POREfessional, depending on if I want to pay the money to buy it. Sometimes I'll use NYX's Pore Filler, which is like the POREfessional. It's just not as good as the POREfessional. Or I'll use like the NYX Shine Killer, like if I really am like, I'm going out today, I'm going to, like, it has to be for like extreme 100-degree plus circumstances. Most of the time in the past couple of days here, it's been like 85 to like 95, which I feel like this is just what's really good for. But yeah, I'll just put like about a dime size amount all over my face, again concentrating it in the spots where I get oily, you know, just in case. And then our foundation. I kind of mix foundations, which I know can kind of make this maybe a little bit more expensive. Most of the time what I use is I use the Revlon Color Stay Combination Oily Formula in 110, which is ivory, and then I use the Infallible Pro Glow in 201. I know it doesn't totally make sense, but it's the same concept again, where if sometimes maybe you're just wearing this and you want this to be your typical routine throughout the day, if you wear this but you don't get that oily or that sweaty, it can start to gather because it is very mattifying. Usually if a product's mattifying, it does a really good job of keeping you matte, but then at the same time it can make you really dry. So this, I literally will just mix in just a little bit, probably about maybe half and half of what this is, and then I will just go in and apply it all over my face. And then if I am feeling super hardcore, there have been times where I've worn just this as a foundation, because it keeps you super matte. So I think Manny MUA does this also, but take the Pro Matte Infallible. I will mix this in sometimes, or if I've already applied my foundation and I want extra coverage and I want really like mattifying just in the T-zone again, I will take this and I will just put it on my nose, on my upper lip, chin, forehead, and maybe like some on my cheeks. But yeah, really, like, this stuff is incredible. It's like glue for your face. But these I will just kind of cycle between. Sometimes I'll just wear this. I have just worn this if I'm inside and I know I'm not going to get super oily that day. When I'm inside and my oils are controlled, I'm fine. If I'm out in the heat, my oils just come through, so it's just not a fun time. Yeah, but these are all just really good drugstore options. There are really nice high-end ones, of course, like the Marc Jacobs one is really nice. There's a Laura Geller foundation that's really nice, and then the Pure Baradol is really nice as well. But yeah, it really just kind of depends up to what you want. Most of pretty much everything I have here is drugstore, because it's primarily what I use, just because I think there's tons of really good products at the drugstore that people don't really ever talk about. But when I am applying it, I do take a beauty blender because I really think that when you use a brush, I just don't really like having brush streaks or brush marks. I feel like brushes are nice, but they don't always do the best job at blending unless you have like a really big one or a really nice one. So really what I'll do, I'll just take like a beauty blender or like a Real Technique sponge, and I really just like to press it in with the foundation on it. And I will just press in the foundation into my pores, into my nose, everything, and then I feel like it just really stays and it really, really settles. And then once I'm done kind of like letting that sit, I will take this. I've done, this, it'll come up before this, but I did a try on with this Master Camo Maybelline thing. I really like it. I've done some further testing on it. I really enjoy it. It's very, very pigmented for if you want to cancel out dark circles. So really all you want to do is sometimes usually the product will come out. You're just going to want to be like dab, 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 and just use very minimal product, because even with minimal product, it's still a really intense orange color, but it works really, really well, especially in combination with what I'm going to use next, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm sure you've heard a million people talk about this, but it is really, honestly, an incredible concealer. I wish they made a foundation out of this, because I would just wear this as foundation. It does not crease. It provides amazing coverage. It just looks so good. Like, it just covers my acne so well. You can't even see it, because what I do is I like to bake, but I don't bake directly into my eyes because it takes away the coverage, and I feel like it makes them crease and look kind of funky. But what I will do is I will place it a couple dots on my nose, some dots on my chin, my upper lip, and then I put it underneath my eyes to obviously get rid of the orange from the Master Camo. And then yeah, and then I'll put some on my cheek, and then I kind of just let it sit there for a little bit, and then I'll break open the Coty Airspun. I just ordered a new one in translucent. Really, I love this stuff. I've gone through a whole thing. It lasts you forever. It's really great for baking because you get a ton, and it's only, I think on Amazon it's a little more expensive because it's like $9, but most of the time in stores it's like $6 to $7. But yeah, I 2-day prime shipped it or whatever, so yeah, I was fine with that. But yeah, I'll just pour some in the lid, and then I literally just bake my entire face. Like, I will just take this, dip it in there, and just go I don't, like I said, I don't do it directly into my eyes. That I will just individually set with like one of these brushes that with the powder on it, and I'll just go in and lightly set it. Sometimes I'll use a brightening powder under there too, but most of the time I'm pretty okay with just the Coty Airspun and translucent. But yeah, I literally will just go over there and I will just let it sit while I'm doing my eye makeup and my eyebrows. So you'll probably notice that before this, I had already done my eyebrows. What I like to do is, and I'm sure a lot of people do, I will take one of these. It's not really actually a brow pomade or anything like that. I just really like it. It's the Colors Tattoo by Eye Studio. It's the Maybelline New York one. This one is Sleek and Spice number 95. This one has a little bit of a sparkle to it. So yeah, you probably don't want to put sparkle stuff in your brows. I use this one just because it's a better color match for me. But the one matte one they have that is really close to, that is just a little too light sometimes. It works better if I have like lighter hair and I kind of want my eyebrows to match it. But is Toughest Taupe. That's a really good one, and it's a matte shade. But I will already kind of shape my brows, and then I'll just go in with whatever. Like, I have a little Tarte Tease palette. This is only like, I think, 25 bucks, and it came with some mascaras and other stuff. And I'll just use this Heartbreaker shade right here and just fill in my brows over it. Covers up all the glitter. You're good to go, and you can really get a really nice shape, and it really just, it locks in your eyebrow shape to where you don't have to put like wax in it or anything like that, which I really, really like and really appreciate. But yeah, this is just really nice. I really like it. I've had it for, I think, a year now, and it lasts a really long time. I haven't for eyeshadow. So eyeshadow's tough because I know a lot of people like to use primers. I'm not a big fan of eyeshadow primers. I get really, really oily eyelids, and so usually those with the sticky part of the primer and the oiliness of my lids, it kind of just makes it break apart, and it just makes all my eyeshadow kind of just clump off and fade, and it just doesn't look good. I feel like primers don't work that well. So what I usually do, I will just take some Tarte Shape Tape or any type of concealer, and I will just press it in there and just kind of blend it over my lids, and then I'll take some translucent powder and just set it. I know it seems weird because I'm about to put like a liquid on top of it, which is kind of like taboo, but it really works. It doesn't even matter. This stuff's great for on top of powders. It's the Maybelline Color Tattoo Eye Chrome. This stuff is so good. Like, it's incredibly good. There are other options you can use too, like I'll use the, as a base sometimes, the Revlon Color Stay cream eyeshadow. I have a couple shades of those. And then sometimes I'll even just use these L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. These are incredible too. These last a really, really long time if you just want a nice, really pretty glittery look on your eyes just by themselves. But didn't use them today. Just wanted to mention them. They're super, super nice. Even the Maybelline, the color tattoos and the regular ones are really nice. I used to use those in high school all the time. They're really just great for making your eyeshadow just really stay on and last. But this stuff is like nothing else. It costs about $6, so it may seem kind of higher just for a little like glittery tube of whatever eye makeup, but it is worth it. So you just put it on your eyes, blend it, and just put as much as you want, and then you want to set it with a powder immediately after. And then I usually use like a glittery powder just because I feel like that's primarily what I use. I just use some from the first BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel palette. I really like this palette a lot. It's on sale right now at Ulta for like $10. It's really, really great. But yeah, I just used this really pretty gold shade, and then, wait, no, I didn't. I used this really pretty gold shade, and then just set it like that. And then I took this color and just blended it into my crease, and then I just built up the, because they do have fallout, so sometimes it'll just go straightly under your under eyes, which again, great for baking. If you bake, it's really great because then it all just falls on the loose powder, and then you can just brush it away when you wipe away your bake. But yeah, no, I just used this, and then I used these and just blended it into my crease. But yeah, I really like this palette. Like I said, it's on sale for like $10, and normally it's about like $15, so you can get this and something else from like Ulta, and usually you can use a coupon. Really like it. But yeah, I'll just build up the glitter in the inner corner just to give it a really nice, pretty, like goldy highlight look. I really have been into brown golds lately. Normally I would just do like browns or purples, but golds I've been really feeling lately. And then I don't usually do eyeliner if I know it's going to be warm out, just because eyeliner is not totally my friend when it comes to the heat. But if you really want to, this is one I have in deep brown, and then I have it in black. But if I am going to go out, I will just set it with a powder. This stuff does a great job of not budging. Unfortunately, my eyelids are super oily, so if they get really oily throughout the day, they will transfer. But other than that, if it's just like a normal day, this stuff is incredible. It's the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. I have it in deep brown. I have it in black. I want to get it in ultra black because the black isn't as black as I would like it to be, but it is still really nice. These go on super easy. They go on super smooth. They have a really fine point. And you can just go like that and do your wing, and they just look great. I really, really like them. I just got them recently. I'm incredible. Love these. These lasted literally till like midnight, and I put them on at like 2 or 3. They just looked so good, and I was really happy about them. But yeah, definitely great eyeliner recommendations. Other drugstore ones I don't really like because a lot of the ones claim to be waterproof, and they're not at all. And so these I feel like are the most waterproof you're going to get. These last really, really great. But yeah. And then next I usually just like to do like inner corner highlight. I'll just take this little Tarte one that I have. It's a little travel size, sample-y size one. This one is an exposed highlight. Love this. It's super nice, super great. I will wet it for my inner corner, and then I can get this really intense inner corner look. And these I don't have to use like really with anything, except for I'll just use water, or I'll use like my my Master Fix and on a brush and just go like that. I have really watery eyes, so what happens when I get powder right there, the powder will build up with my little like with like my tear ducts right there and everything, and then it'll just make these little like globs, like sleepies that you get when you sleep a lot in the morning. I get those, and so this is a really good job of lasting all day, and I don't really have to worry about it. And I'll just put it kind of upper inner third right there. Yeah, and then once I'm done with my eyes, I will just brush away my bake with more of the Coty Airspun on my brush and just kind of go around. And then I go in with mostly just bronzer and blush and highlight next. So for bronzer, I will just use the Butter Bronzer, the stuff I just recently got. Really love it, totally worth the hype. And I will just take it sometimes on a fan brush if I want a more natural look. If I want a more intense look, I will just take I will just go and define the perimeters of my face with some bronzer. Just really like it. It's a really nice, like, kind of cool tone bronzer, so you can get kind of a more contoured look, because I don't really like to contour just because it's kind of extra. But it does look nice if that's the look you're going for. Just for me, I don't really do it ever. Now, most of the expensive products I include in this are from Tarte, and that's because I tend to lean more towards Tarte products. I really like them. I think they do a really good job at lasting a long time. But yeah, then I just usually go in with this. It's my like only Tarte blush that I have. Super creamy, super buttery. You just dip it in with a fluffy brush and you go in, and I like to really build up the intensity because I'll mute it with translucent powder afterwards of my blush, but I just like to go in, kind of go ham, and yeah, it just looks really, really nice. It's a really, really pretty pink shade, and it just, they last all day. Like, I always have blush on at the end of the day. But yeah, no, even more incredible, I was just thinking about this. I have a photo of it still too, where I was wearing this eye chrome stuff, and then I was out with my friends, and I came home and I took a nap, and I slept from like, I think it was like 8 to 10, like I took a 2-hour nap like late at night, and I woke up and I had like a full-on still beautiful eye look. Like everything else kind of like got a little messed up for me sleeping and everything. This still looked so good. And for my highlight on my nose, my Cupid's bow, and my cheeks, I'll just go back in with this exposed highlight. Really like it. It does a really good job. I'll just rub it in with my finger because I feel like it provides the best payoff. I like a more like intense highlight just because I think it looks really pretty. But yeah, I'll just go on the cheeks with this, on the nose, on the Cupid's bow. And yeah, like that's pretty much it for face products. And then afterwards, I'll just take it with that big same fluffy brush that I have, go in with some Coty Airspun, and just kind of swirl it around and make sure that everything looks blended and nice and kind of tone everything down. And then too, if I want to warm up my face, I also will sometimes go in just with the butter bronzer and just go around the perimeters of my face again with a fluffier brush just to kind of warm me up, because sometimes I've actually been getting a little bit of color this summer just from being sunburned and going outside more. And sometimes my neck, like, it's a little light right now for me because I'm a little bit tanner, so I'll probably be picking up a new shade of my Revlon Color Stay, just one shade up. And yeah, pretty much that. And so then I'll just like to warm up my face a little bit. Now I have a lot of lipstick options. It really kind of depends. For me, there's no true oil / sweat proof lipstick. Like, there are some that are really nice, but they're also incredibly drying if you want like a matte lipstick. If you're gonna go in with regular lipstick, lipstick's not gonna last like all that long. But I will give you the ones that I think last the longest. Just got these recently. They're the Wet n Wild Velvet Matte Lips. Really like them. Super easy to carry on with you. They're just a little points like that, a little lip crayon, and you can twist them up, twist them back down. They won't get super messed up. Really pretty colors. Last, I'd say maybe about 3 to 4 hours before you really need to reapply them. If you eat, maybe like 1 to 2. Pretty nice if you just want to keep one lipstick thing on you. Yeah, but just super nice. Not the ones I used for this look. And then if you want to go the more liquid lipstick route, the Wet n Wild Catsuit, really nice. My favorite shade is Rebel Rose because it's a very pretty mauve, purpley toned pink. Really like that. For other ones, of course, ColourPop Lippie Sticks. Problem is with me sometimes, since I do have oily skin and I am getting oily around here, if I don't use like a lip liner, which I don't really use that often, I get a lot of feathering like right here, and it'll kind of bleed out. So that can happen too. So maybe if you are like that as well, use like a lip primer or use like a lip liner just around your lips just in case that does happen. Other than that, these last a really long time. They come in tons of colors and they're super affordable. Other ones, these are probably my absolute favorite liquid lipsticks. It's the NYX Liquid Lingerie liquid lipstick. These are a great formula. They are super comfortable, love them. They last a freakishly long time, like an obscene amount of time. My favorite color is, this is Cabaret Show. This one's nice. My favorite color is Exotic. These last a super long time. You get a super clean line when you put them on. Love them. The liquid suedes are okay, but they're just a very minimal wear. These, I literally one time had one on from like 6 to 8 hours before I had to go in and really reapply it. If you want a really, really casual, easy, matte lipstick that just lasts a long time and is really, really pretty. This is what I use today and pretty much what I use all the time. It's the Milani, I forget what they're called. I'll insert the name down here. But they're the Milani, like they're their matte lipsticks. This one is in Matte Naked. And this is just a beautiful pink color that's like still nude and really, really pretty, and it doesn't wash you out, and it's not orange or anything. It's just a really pretty mauvey pink nude. But yeah, these are just super matte and super nice, and they last about, I'd say about 4 to 6 hours depending on what you're doing. And yeah, they're just really nice. They don't bleed or anything. They make your lips look super smooth, and they're moisturizing so your lips don't get dry out from wearing a matte lipstick. But yeah, they're just super nice and incredible. Also, just, I didn't use this today, but I really like this. It's the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid. I like to sometimes put this underneath my foundation to give me a really illuminated look. It's really nice even as a highlighter. So what you would want to do is, before you set your face with powder, if you're going to bake, probably put this on underneath and then put your powder highlight on top once it's getting a little more dry and tacky, and your highlight will just stay on so long. Usually with the Tarte ones, I don't have to worry about it anyway, but if you want like an intense highlight, this stuff is honestly crazy, and I'm surprised more people don't use it. It's honestly like just so highlighty and pretty. Like if you just really want to just build it up, it's just like such a nice like sheen. But yeah, so for mascara, I like to use, pretty much I just use anything under the CoverGirl Supersizer. This is the waterproof version. This stuff lasts forever. It gives you a nice curl on your lashes. And then underneath right now I'm just using the Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. This is really nice for your lower lashes. It's a really layering mascara, but I'll just combine these two, this first, this second, and just kind of let it sit on my eyes, let it dry. And then once it's finally dry, because if you ever close your eyes while they're still wet, it'll just mess up your whole face. And then I will switch between this one and the L'Oreal Infallible one. I think the L'Oreal Infallible one is really, really nice. Works a little better. This is just what I have right now. It does a good job. It's just that the Infallible one does just a little bit better. This one, I would just go around, spray my whole face to give it that really nice, like, skin-like appearance, which I like because with the Coty Airspun, you do have the issue of sometimes you can look a little powdery, but it does really, really smooth out your face, along with that primer, because that primer is also kind of blurring with the pores and everything. But yeah, I'll just do that, let it dry, and then once I'm done, the last kind of step that I would do, I like to put a little bit of white eyeliner. This is actually a pink liner from NYX. It is their just faux whites. I'll just put it on my lash line. This does a pretty good job at lasting. It lasts probably about 4 to 6 hours. It's not incredible, but it does a pretty good job. LA Girl does a good job at making really nice liners to put in your inner corner, and so does like Stila and everything. This is just nice because it's affordable. It's $5, and it lasts a pretty long time, and it's really easy to touch up. But yeah, that was my oily makeup recommendation / routine for intense summer days. So yeah, I hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It'd be great to have you here. Yeah, thanks for watching.